friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. It is so good to see you again. I hope you are safe, hope you're having a wonderful time relaxing at home, and definitely want to wish you nothing but wishes of health. And so today we're going to take a look at these awesome two minifigs. If I can get it to focus, this is a Lego Mark 50 Iron Man suit, and this is a Minimates Iron Man Mark 50 suit. You're not going to want to miss this, and I'm sorry it's going in and out of focus. So let's take a closer look. I know a lot of you have asked me questions about what's different in height and size and shape and so on, and we're going to dive right into that. But guys, if you're not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where in the world you're watching from, and yeah, let's take a look. Do you have either one of these? Well, let's take a closer look. So guys, why don't we go ahead and get started right now.
It's so nice to meet you, Gigi.
Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi, Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G. I will see you on the TV.
Congratulations on all your success.
Super Channel G.
Alright friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G, and a lot of you have been asking me what the difference is between Diamond Select Toys Minimates and of course the Lego minifigs. Both of them are minifigures, but we're going to take a closer look so you can see exactly what the difference is in height and so on, and so we'll just jump right on in. First of all, you'll notice that this Minimates figure may have some similarities, but it is not a blocks figure the way that our Lego minifig is. Now, clearly, there's an obvious difference in height. So if you'll see that, it's almost a whole head taller. And of course, there are multiple points of articulation. So I'm going to start with our Minimates minifigure so you can get an idea. So much like you'll know that the Lego minifigs are kind of just based off this same format of the legs only bend right here at the hip of one time, does not turn at the waist, and the arms are kind of angled and only go up and down, and then the right here the wrist kind of turns, and then of course the head just turns side to side, right? It's got a really solid build, and it's not gonna fall apart, and we've all come to know and love that. And we'll take an even closer look at our Lego minifig. But this Minimate usually has incredible paint that really matches whatever it is that they're trying to emulate with their costume and so on for their minifig. So if you'll notice, this Iron Man paint job really looks like the Mark 50. It's right on the mark. So to use the same word, it's got great little detail everywhere. Look at that. And so these figures are kind of based on this kind of ball joint right here. They bend once at the elbow, so that gives them extra articulation, and that's the biggest part that you're going to see with the Minimates, is that they have additional articulation. Now the head is definitely round and kind of blocky looking. If you notice, a little bit of red came, that's from the paint from the inside of this, so that's kind of just rubbed off over time. And then it does come with a hair piece that I'm sorry I didn't bring with me right now. We can get it from the case, but so you pop the helmet off and you pop the hair on. Obviously that can be a lot like some Lego minifigs, and the head tilts a little bit usually. Look at this. And if it wasn't for this piece that goes on right here, which you can pop the head off and then take off accessories, and you can mix and match accessories, which technically you could do with your Lego minifigs also. But anyway, when you pop this on, look how it still has that arc reactor right there, and then you have this much articulation typically with your Minimates minifig. So I'm gonna twist the head back off, put this here because it makes it look nice and chunky. There we go, and strong. And so let's put his helmet back on. It's got amazing detail, and these also turn at the waist. So that's one of the biggest appeals about Minimates is the articulation. Look how there's another kind of like ball joint right here at the hip. So, and then a knee bend, and then of course we can also move the ankle. So it's unbelievably outstanding as far as that goes. We can also turn the wrist. So it's got several points of articulation, of course, right here at the neck, then both shoulders, both elbows, both wrists, the waist, the hips, the knees, and the feet. So that's a lot of articulation points, and you can get it pretty dynamic. Look at this, especially for being a minifig. Look at that. So you can even move the head, and there's different ways you can pose these, and it looks super cool. So that's one of the really awesome parts. Now a downside is that, like this right here, like the foot's got coming out, kind of gotten loose, and the knee and other joints might get loose over time. And then you do have to support the joints because these are not as solidly strong built as maybe a Lego minifig might be. So these are definitely not intended for really someone who's really young, because it may require a little more extra care than a Lego minifig, for example. And if you'll notice, like I have a box right here and it says ages 8 and up, and that's typically what we think about when we think about Minimates. Oops, I just dropped a whole pack of Minimates. So it's really outstanding. I really love it. I absolutely love Minimates, and I have just a ridiculous collection of. Here's just some that, of course, we did a video not too long ago with some absolutely wonderful looking Minimates, and we can compare, do comparison videos with those as well. Look how outstanding these look. Here's Black Widow, here's War Machine, and I just love how great they look. The detail is outstanding, and the paint job is always like movie accurate. So I'll set that aside, and in comparison to, like, and we'll go deeper on this one. Like, for example, like there's a clear difference between this Thanos and this Thanos, and especially like the paint and so on. But Infinity Gauntlet. So we'll come back to that perhaps on another video. But let's take a look at our Mark 50 Lego minifig, which is absolutely one of my favorites. I love how it has all these accessories you can add to it. I love how this is like, this can move and blast up. This is such wonderful accessories for a minifig. I love how this, the front of the helmet kind of comes up. Now obviously that's not how the Mark 50 worked, but still a cool feature that was brought on from previous Iron Man suit models. I love all the different accessories that you can have for Tony Stark to be looking like he's shooting out stuff from his repulsor cannons, right? Looks absolutely outstanding. There's just so many accessories that we can use. Look at this, these different shapes and sizes. Oops, didn't mean for that to fall. And then of course this just kind of goes over his hand. But then we also have, let me see if I have them here. We have these, which we can put down here. It looks like he's blasting. There's a countless amount of accessories and combinations that you can make for Tony. We have this. Man, I'm losing everything. I'm looking in two different places. So just so many accessories. And then of course, if I can find it, which for some reason at this moment I'm not finding it, but much like we have Ebony Maw right here, which you can click this and this goes flying. You can pretty much do the same thing with Tony Stark also, so as his repulsor cannons come out. So that's outstanding. But let's get a closer look right here for Lego minifigs. These are built like tanks. Like, these are gonna last. Like if I step on a Minimate with my shoe, it might be done for. But if I step on a Lego with my shoe, I'd be concerned my shoe would be would have a hole in it. These are so like strong. But you'll notice there's a huge difference in the paint. Now this specific Lego minifig for Iron Man Mark 50 looks great. I love that it's got more detail than most. There's no detail on the arms though, and there's some detail on the back, but you'll see these are the main differences. Remember, they're not compatible, and Minimates are not blocks figures. They do not have like sets and all sorts. Now every now and then they do have accessories and perhaps even like set pieces, but it's uncommon that you would find you know, something that it would like have a base or something else other than what it just sits on. But it will at times, but not like building helicopters and buildings and so on like Lego sets do. Look, we have two faces. That's outstanding, so you can pick one. And then of course there's a hairpiece, and I'm like, wait, is it in here or do I have it somewhere else? Guess I should have prepared that a little better before I just came over here to show you, but you get the idea. And so I'm really loving these Lego minifigs. Look at this, there's two of them from the different sets. But yeah, absolutely outstanding. And to answer your questions, hopefully that does. If you have other questions, comment below. But there you are. You can have a side-by-side comparison, which we've been asking for, and happy to show you. And I love both of these collector minifigs for different reasons. And Legos, because the Lego sets, because you can have, you know, these, like for example, the Sanctum Sanctorum, and then have these great figs collecting and do stop motion and so on. I do enjoy doing stop motion also with Minimates, especially because they have just so much more posability. But guys, comment whatever questions you have. Let me know what you think. Do you have something like these? What does your Lego collection look like? What does your minifigs collection look like? What does your Minimates collection look like? So we'll be talking soon, guys, and if you'd like, we can do Thanos comparison next, but you gotta let me know if this is something that you enjoy watching. So until next time, guys, thanks again for watching Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Peace.